What's happening, man? 2020, what a year it's been.
2020 has been a very weird year, dude. Very, very weird year. I mean, I had so many plans, and then suddenly the year was like, क्यों करना है तेरे को ऐसा? तो chill मारना घर पे.
So, what were the plans, Jose? Like, I'm obviously you must be doing, like, you must have had some shows and all already booked up for the year, and then, with the whole lockdown thing that happened.
No, shows are not booked and all. Shows are booked for bigger people. For us, it comes in less frequency. But for me, I had plans in a way that I wanted to work more on my stand-up. I wanted to write my hour. Hopefully, I was hoping to get my 1 hour really tight and ready till the end of the year. But hello.
Yeah. So I was just watching, like, while I was waiting for you to join in, I was just watching your podcast again. Like I texted you, I was watching Then What Happened, and I was watching one of my favorite episodes again, which was Life of a Child Actor. And I really liked that one because, like, I had no insight as to what a child actor has to go through. And of course, with your sister being a child actor herself, like, her story and like what all things she faced and the other guest faced as well, like, it was really interesting to see that. What was, like, how did you, like, why did you start that podcast, and how did that episode, how did you guys think of that episode?
So firstly, I started this podcast because actually I wanted to do it as a stand-up show, but no one wanted to buy it. So like, I'm not sure if you're aware of this Comedy Central show called This Is Not Happening.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. So in every episode, they have a theme and the guests do stand-up storytelling.
Right.
Sometimes it's hilarious, sometimes it's insightful, and you take away learning from the story. And I wanted to do a very informal thing the same way, but in a stand-up format. But stand-up के लिए पैसे लगते हैं. So I thought rather let's just do a podcast and do a show where, because podcasts are very like interviewee, like this one. I'm kidding. I wanted to have a vibe of friends chilling over a beer and talking about, अरे मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ था. And I was like, I did a few trial episodes with friends, and वो कुछ ज़्यादा ही we digressed so much. In every 5 minutes we are digressing to a completely unrelated topic. So I thought, let's just streamline this with every topic. So with this episode, what happened was, Aisha really wanted to be a guest of the show. And I was like, hey, what can I do? How can I make you part of this show? Because, the thing with your sibling is you've lived your life with them. So you don't know what to say and what not to say.
Right.
And we comedians have this habit of, exaggerating. And if I exaggerate, like ऐसा थोड़ी हुआ था, मैं बताती हूँ actually क्या हुआ था. So I wanted to avoid that. So I was like, okay, what can we talk about? And Saini had also hit me up saying, hey, I really like your podcast. Let me know if you want to be on, if you want me to be on any episodes. And I connected 2+2 with, like, Saini was a child actor, Aisha was a child actor. No podcast as such or any platform has spoken about what life is like a child actor.
Right. For sure.
They've all spoken about the parents and what the parents go through, but nobody spoke about what the children go through, how it affects their childhood, and how it affects their friendships and
their school life as well. Like that was a big part of it, which was like really interesting to know, because like यहाँ पे most of my friends are like, just normally going through school, doing their own thing. But like being a child actor just puts you in a different light. And how does that affect that child is like, it's very like, it's very unique to kind of talk about it and get to know about it a little more. Because now you can probably understand it better than if, let's say, one of my classmates was a child actor. There must have been some kind of a competitiveness or some kind of a jealousy between the classmates and all. So I think that was really interesting, that part of the podcast. I just like, मेरा तो क्या है, कुछ नहीं, मैं तो literally दिन रात, once I start a podcast, I just keep on going. And that's what happened with your podcast as well, because just YouTube pe I was surfing and just a recommendation came up, started watching it at 2 a.m, kept on watching till 7 a.m. I haven't told my mom that I was watching it till 7 a.m, but
yeah, don't. She'll be like, ऐसा क्या देख रहा था? And then you're like, ऐसे ही लोगों की कहानियां सुन रहा था. She'll be like, यार क्या गलत हो गया?
कुछ पढ़ लेता, जिम चले. आजकल तो जिम जाना, my God, my mom is after my life. Go to the gym and all that.
Have the gyms started though? I
actually
think they have.
I was in Chicago. Abhi my semester just ended school ka. So there the gym has started and they've taken all these precautions and all. It's going well. Here I'm not too sure about going to gyms right now.
Yeah, don't. Don't. I would advise don't go to gym ever.
Yeah. Well, now it's going well than before. But anyways, like my mom here is like, एक time pe she says ki weight lose karna hai, and then the second day she likes to cook a lot for me. So now that I've come after a year, तो कभी cinnamon roll बनेगा, कभी कुछ और बनेगा, and she's like, एक point पे you're telling me ki lose weight. Yes. And then a second later, you're feeding me this bread and that sandwich and this good thing and that good thing.
Yes, same. When I came, so I was in Dubai for 2 years. I used to work there. But I lost a lot of weight. I went from 113 kgs to 85 kgs in 2 years. Mm. And when I came back, my mom was like, "Arey, kitna patla ho gaya, kitna acha lag raha hai." And then suddenly she's like, "Tu khata nahi hai kya?"
Yeah.
And then she starts feeding me desi ghee ke parathe और पूरन पोई बन रही है, रोज आमरस बन रहा है. I'm like, और क्या ही चाहिए लाइफ में? And 1 year later I gained weight again and she's like,
फिर वही
दुबई से आया था तो कितना अच्छा लगता था, lose weight. I'm like, it's you. Can't you realize it's you?
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about your stand-up and like what was it like to go on Comicstaan? Because it was like you went on the first season and it was something completely new in India, like that show and that concept. How was that? What was that like?
It was a new experience, but I went in thoda apprehensive because I not expecting much, but also expecting a certain thing from it, like at least some work, because the thing was I had quit my job, so I was a bartender before this. I was a bartender for 7 years and I really wanted to stand up and I quit my job, and for around 2 years I was not earning any money from stand up. I just I had a job with East India Comedy as a junior writer, but it was not as much as I used to earn as a bartender in Dubai, right? So at a point, my family was also like, "You're like around 30 now, so you need to figure shit out. You can't be working in this salary anymore." And I'm like, "Yeah, I agree." And one of the reasons I did Comicstaan was because I was like, "Shayad isse better पैसे मिलना चालू हो जाए," and that happened. So I'm really grateful to Comicstaan for that. And secondly, it was a very unique concept. Like it was not like a regular reality show. you get into the top 10, you won't be eliminated until the end of the 7th episode or something. So like at least you are throughout the show, almost throughout the show.
Yeah.
So and also there's not one genre of comedy. You are doing all of them, right? So you can showcase your skills in all of those rounds. So that helped me a lot. But what I did not expect was the kind of a backlash which I got. But thoda abhi hota hi hai, this industry is such.
What was the backlash about? Like,
major of it was that I was not funny, which I didn't agree with them then. And now I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, actually sahi bol rahe the yaar, kuch jagah pe kafi unfair. No, but then,
but like no, I would say like that was probably because like it was such a new thing, and you know, seeing like, to be very honest, when I was watching the first season, obviously there were some types of comedy that fit some people really well, and some types of comedy or some of the episodes, like let's say improv, for some people it wasn't very good.
यही चीज लोगों को थोड़ी समझ में आती है. Maximum people don't see it that way. Maximum people just see that, oh, you suck. अरे पर देखो तो सही.
I mean, look at the effort that it. Yeah, I get it completely.
ठीक है, एक राउंड में खराब किया, अगले राउंड में अपॉर्चुनिटी तो दो. Don't make up your mind कि ये अनफनी ही है. Because after the show, a lot of people came to my live shows, or just I was doing guest spots at people's shows, and they came up to me and they were like, hey, you're actually funny. Comic Sun mein aisa laga nahi.
Yeah.
And a part of it also goes on the edit, because a lot of things were edited out, which I don't blame the production.
I mean, I wasn't too sure like how the show was going to be, like what the concept of the show was, because like it's not a traditional like reality TV setup. And especially Comic Sun or something to do with stand-up comedy, and then making it a reality TV show was never done in India. But like, what were some of the main things that like really boost the stand-up comedy industry in India? Like, were there some events that really happened? Ki uske baad there was such a boost in the, you know, amount of people coming into the industry, and amount of people, you know, wanting to be stand-up comics.
Yeah, the first one was the roast. Roast was the biggest one, I think. Roast ke pehle was also, there was with, I think the first season of Son of a Beach was one of them. Also some EIC videos and AIB videos and all of these people who were putting out stand-up before the roast happened. It was already there, but the roast gave a real mainstream limelight to stand-up comedy. And after that, I think what else? Any major?
I think On Air with AIB was a nice one. But that was like On Air with AIB, nice. Like we had seen some segments of that in various YouTube clips and all that, but we'd never probably seen something like that on TV or something like that, you know.
Yeah, they bought the whole John Oliver.
Right. Yeah.
Daily show with Trevor Noah vibe to India, which यहाँ पे चल नहीं रहा था तभी. News based. And also Tanna Bhatt's whole Sachin Tendulkar,
Lata Mangeshkar thing. Yeah, I remember.
Also got a lot of
a lot of eyes on that. But you know, like I mean, that was one of those things that didn't really work out. I mean, I guess, but it was a big thing, you know, the roast, and it received a lot of backlash. But you know, it's just one of those things that probably the audience wasn't ready for, or perhaps some of the audience was ready for, but it wasn't like, you know, like India mein bikne wala tha nahi, perhaps, you know.
I don't know, man. I never thought it was rage worthy. I never thought it was worth. It was never even worth the attention that it got. Like, even because I'm like, I actually saw those videos, and I saw ki kya ho raha, and then I just shut it off thinking ki kya hi ho raha hai. I was not like, I don't find it really funny. I was like, okay, whatever is happening. And then 2 days later, I'm like, oh shit, ye news mein ho raha hai. What? the hell is happening?
Probably because of the involvement of like Bollywood actors, maybe probably because of that. But either way, it's like it was a big thing because comedy before the roast was very different from comedy after the roast. And right after the roast, well, not right after, but after a certain amount of time, you had these YouTubers coming in who took up roasting as a very common thing to do.
Exactly.
Like you have Carrie Minati, who like became a big name because of roasting people and roasting, certain concepts, certain ideas. And I think that's what the roast did,
Yes, it did. I'm really sorry for the noise. It's my cat.
It's fine.
There he is. Anyway, so the roast not only helped the stand-up scene, but also a lot of other, like the YouTube creator space as well. So it really opened up a new market. When it comes to the Lata Mangeshkar fiasco, it may have been really negative for Tanmay. I'm sure he must have gone through hell.
Right.
But what it did was, it brought a lot of new audiences to live stand-up shows. Because a lot of people were like, अच्छा ये करते क्या हैं? देख के तो आए, हो क्या रहा है exactly stand-up मतलब. So 90% of those people who came to see हो क्या रहा है, they never came back. Because they were like, हाँ अच्छा ये हो रहा है, ये नहीं चाहिए. But at least 10%.
But some of them, yeah. That's true.
चल ठीक है, सही तो है. Comic Stan also. So after Comic Stan released, we did a couple of shows, and in every show I used to go up and ask them, how many of you guys have never been to a stand-up show before? And a lot of times, none of the audiences had ever seen a stand-up show. They were all there because of Comic Stan.
The other thing I see a lot of like people do is that, ये बंदा funny है, तो we'll tell our friends कि नहीं जाओ इनका show बड़ा अच्छा है, and that's how you get you're first introduced to a particular stand-up comic or a particular set, which is, I think, really cool. Like it's such a common thing and such a nice thing. Like I introduced my parents to stand-up comedy this way. My YouTube pe, I used to send them links, ye dekho. And after a while, they had a font for some of the comics that they could probably relate to better, like Amit Tandon and all those people. And so that's how they went for one or two shows.
That's what the internet has done, right? It has made it easier for people to recommend other people. And in turn, the opportunity for you to become famous now is way more than it was 10 years ago. Like now you can just like brush your teeth on an Instagram live and you might become famous. You never know.
You never know.
कुछ भी चल रहा है.
अरे TikTok तो यार, I swear dude.
वो जोकर बंदा अपना फेस ऐसा बना रहा है and he's famous. He's got a lot of money now. He has a superbike for some reason by just making that face. अब हो रहा है.
I know. हो रहा है. Yeah, that's true. I remember this Joker guy. I didn't use TikTok anyways. अभी भी नहीं करता. But it was one of those things where I was watching Tanmay Bhatt's live stream where they were doing this TikTok review thing. And then I'm like, dude, ये बंदा इतने पैसे कमा रहा है. He's so famous, doing literally nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
But that's how the world works, I guess.
Still something. It's not completely nothing. It's लोगों को अच्छा तो लग रहा है. लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है वो. कुछ तो है उसमें ना. Which we can't realize this. We don't see anything in it. But
किसी को कुछ तो लग रहा है.
They're like ये ही चाहिए हमको लाइफ में. They're like okay.
Right. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about is like roast के बाद, like a lot of stand-up clips and a lot of these videos had disclaimers put in front of them,
Right.
Because it seemed like that was a necessity. And I also heard like Tanmay Bhatt on one of his, like I follow him a lot. So on one of his vlogs, he said ki, there's always this joke that green room mein stand-up comics are always laughing on one, let's say, this particular joke, but we know that we're laughing on it abhi, but we're never going to be putting it in our set because it's just too much for the audience in today's
100%.
time. What how does that feel like you know it seems to me, it seems very weird that all this is happening. The very fact that you have to put in a disclaimer before a YouTube video, it just seems so unreal.
I don't know. I to have accepted it. I don't think it's unreal. I think it's especially in India, you should have done this in the first place.
Okay.
You should have done it for the roast only. Because India में नहीं चलेगा. India में टीवी पे क्या क्या सेंसर हो रहा है. They are censoring the word intercourse in films at that point of time.
Right.
So how are you expecting people to see a joke on Catholics and be like, "Arey, ye to man, aise thodi na hoga." People till that point, people were not used to people saying abusive words on stage.
Right.
हमारा तब तक introduction was only Kapil Sharma and say Johnny Weaver, Raju Srivastava. वो कभी गालियां नहीं देते थे स्टेज पे एंड they never made jokes on religion. So we already come from a very uptight country. हमारे सब लोग वही हैं कि ऐसा कैसे बोल दिया तुमने. पेरेंट्स भी बोलते हैं ना. anything against like ऐसा कैसे बोल दिया. I'm like, अरे पर मैंने कुछ गलत नहीं बोला. I'm just
गलत ना
कि how does this make sense.
Right.
हमारे से ऐसे so ये ही हमारा सोसाइटी. So you need to accept that this is where we live and you have to say देखो and तुमको बुरा लग सकता है पर मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ देख लो संभाल लो. Either that or you don't do it completely or just own it कि यही है अभी तुम
अभी देख लो क्या करना है.
तो लगे I don't give a fuck dude.
Yeah. Right. So how did you initially, like you said, you quit your job and all that. How did you?
Sorry, I want to expand on this point. Like how, in India, we feared the right wing. We really fear the right wing for our lives. We don't fear the left as much as the right. But if you think, if you see what's happening in the States, they're not afraid of the right at all. They're like, ये क्या ही कर लेंगे? They're really afraid of the left because the left can ruin careers. They have ruined so many careers and made people bankrupt.
But I think what you're talking about is very true. Like for some reason, I am not into politics in India, but US, I'm a little bit into it right now. And for sure, college campuses in the US are totally left.
Yeah,
I mean, they're so far left that any kind of ideology that is even slightly towards the right, slightly towards politically right, is not accepted.
So you are basically going the right wing way, no?
Right, but it's just one of those things which is so surreal to see that itna far left audience, and it's not like one person or two people, 2-3 people are like that. The whole campus is like that, and almost every college campus in the States is like this, completely far left with no, they सुनना ही नहीं चाहते हैं दूसरे point of view.
Exactly.
It's one of those things. And that's very true. Being very far left has ruined a lot of careers, for sure.
Yeah. So, because they have to be very careful of what they say. वहाँ पे भी वही reaction होता है जो यहाँ पे होता है, but comes from a totally different point of view. Right wing here says ऐसा कैसे बोला? There also left wing says ऐसा कैसे बोला? Now you're like, तो क्या ही बोलूं मैं? क्या बोलूं मैं?
Yeah.
So this is what comedians have to accept. ये होने वाला है. तुमको you just do what you like. Either pander to either of these audiences, or do what you like, or do what you like and expect a backlash. Expect कि मेरे को hate आने ही वाला है, and just own it.
But I think one thing that YouTube and all these like social media platforms has done is it's become easier for people to put out whatever they want to and say, I don't give a fuck and this is my content and that's it. You know, it may have a lot of backlash, but it's become much easier for people to put out content in this way. Like I was seeing this, one of the lives, I don't know which one now, YouTube dekha hai. So I was watching Sumit Saurav and he said that when he was on, I think he was on Great India Laughter Challenge or whatever. He said that each time we were putting out any content, it was so censored कि एक word का phrasing change करे कि नहीं ये word नहीं चलेगा. You have to put in a different word. जैसे he said, he gave an example कि जैसे he was using the word chopstick in his, set somewhere. So they said कि नहीं, chopstick will not work with the Indian audience. You have to use some other word. So then he had to, itni censoring was being done in such a big show,
I don't think it was censoring as much as context. Like, because if you use the word chopstick, the producers of that show thought कि हमारी Indian जनता को chopstick क्या होता है यही नहीं पता.
I get that, but like he gave a lot of different examples too. But it's one of those things where, as a stand-up comic, you want to you write I'm guessing, I'm not a stand-up comic obviously, but you write your content, you want to see if that works or not, but this is I was quite surprised that this was happening.
I'm not at all. But yeah, I'm not really surprised कि censorship हो रहा था and they were asked to do things. But removing chopsticks because Indian audiences को समझना नहीं chopstick क्या होता है, that's shocking. यार सबको मालूम है यार, बच्चे को लगा chopstick क्या होता है.
Right.
Come on, don't. Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, man. I think that's why YouTube and all these platforms have made it easier for people to get their content out there.
Yeah, true.
And you never know what video is gonna go up viral.
You don't know what people like. So what you have to do is just keep putting stuff out. अगर चल रहा है तो चल रहा है, अगर नहीं चल रहा है तो eventually कुछ ना कुछ तो चल ही है. Just keep doing what you're doing. And hate will come, यार. Hate. Like Abhishek Upamanyu के videos पे dislikes है, and that makes me laugh. I'm like, इससे ज़्यादा क्या ही कर सकता है आदमी?
Yeah.
ये भी dislike. मतलब और क्या करेगा आदमी?
I know. Yeah. Upamanyu's content was amazing, dude.
He just blew the internet now for the first week. पागल हो गए थे लोग. Yeah.
Upamanyu was there. Then I think abhi recently Bassi was there, of course.
Yeah, Bassi was there. Kamra before Bassi.
Right. Yeah, Kamra was a big one. Kamra ka I follow a lot. I love his podcast. Shut Up Ya Kunal. Amazing.
I see Kamra and Kamra's success, if you want to call it that, and what Kamra goes through on a daily basis. And I'm like, हाँ इतना फेमस तो नहीं होना यार. मतलब हाँ हर शो पे 10 लोग हो जाए, and like हर शो में 10 लोग आ जाए, I'm more than happy, because then I can do whatever I want. I can joke about whatever I want. तो कैमरा को देख के यही लगता है कि हाँ इतना फेमस तो नहीं होना यार. But also, so what he's doing is really incredible. मतलब he really takes his time. And I know Kamra before he blew up, and we used to hang out before gigs and all. A year before he blew up, I knew him, and I never expected him. He was full ऐसा chilled out आदमी है ना वो, मतलब life में. And after that he was doing political jokes. I'm like, Kamra, तेरे को क्या हो गया एकदम से? And now he takes his stand. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, his podcast is something else, man. Yeah. Shut Up Ya Kunal is on another level.
I remember I was in a cab ride with him, टू पुणे. हम लोग एक शो कर रहे थे साथ में. एंड ही इज जस्ट लाइक अगले एपिसोड में किसको बुलाओ यार, कौन अच्छा गेस्ट होगा. एंड आउट ऑफ द ब्लू मैं आई जस्ट सेड जावेद अख्तर, he'll be great. And Kamran is like, oh huh, Javed Akhtar will be awesome. And he starts texting, dude. And 2 minutes later, he's like, ha, Javed Akhtar confirm ho gaya. I'm like,
yeah.
dude.
But like, I'm sure like when you were working with EIC, a lot of other current stand-up comics must have also been working, alongside you there.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a secret about a comics time. I don't know if it's a secret, but I'll tell you, everybody knew everybody. All the judges knew all the contestants. All the contestants knew all the judges. Comedy scene छोटा ही है, इतना कोई ऐसा बड़ा नहीं है कि हमको पता ही नहीं हो रहा कहाँ क्या चल रहा है. We know who is doing well in Bangalore. We know who is doing well in Delhi. कोलकाता में कौन अच्छा कर रहा है, सबको पता है कौन. We've all hung out pre-gigs and post. So we all knew each other.
But how did you end up thinking about stand-up comedy as a career, and how did you end up deciding, this is the line I want to take?
So I always wanted to write. I always wanted to tell stories, but I didn't know how to start or where to start. So I was just going with the flow कि ठीक है जो भी हो रहा है. 12th के बाद में होटल मैनेजमेंट में हो जाएगा, ठीक है फिर होटल मैनेजमेंट कर लेते हैं. एंड देन होटल मैनेजमेंट के बाद में they were like, hey, do you want to work for Renaissance in Powai? I'm like, ठीक है, I'll work in Renaissance in Powai. And there they asked, would you like to be a bartender? I was like, okay, I'll be a bartender. तो यही लाइफ चल रहा था. ठीक है, जब जो भी आ रहा है लाइफ में, I was just saying yes until a point where I was in Abu Dhabi. I was working in UAE for 2 years, and I was really frustrated with my job and how they were treating us. I'm like, यार ऐसे तो नहीं रह सकते ना यार. Rest of the life, this is not a way to like be, and I didn't see any future there. That I can't be spent because I was the most vocal employee.
Right.
to power against the management. We are being overworked. हमको extra pay चाहिए. So I can't be promoted to a managerial level if I am not licking the manager's ass. I will never be promoted. So I'm like, मेरा future है ही नहीं यहाँ पे. So I was trying to find a way out until one day I was on a date in Abu Dhabi with someone, and डिनर चल रहा है और एकदम से स्टैंड अप स्टार्ट हो गया वहाँ. सो आई वाज लाइक, ये क्या हो रहा है? सो आई सी लाइव स्टैंड अप. सो वहाँ पे देयर आर सम expats from UK and US who are working there, but also they love stand up and they have been doing stand up in their own countries for a lot of years. So वो उधर आके they test out their material. It was so much fun to watch. I'm like, हाँ ये करना है, ये सही लग रहा है. So I go back to my room and I did research for 3 months. Every day I used to watch a stand-up special और मैंने सबका छान मारा. जिनका भी मैं ढूंढ सकता था उनका ढूंढ लिया. I came back to India. I applied for a open mic at Canvas or Spot मिल गया. और मैंने अब अपना 5 मिनट सेट लिखा and I narrated it to my sister, and my sister didn't even smile for once in the 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, ऐसे तो नहीं जा सकता stage. So I go back to Abu Dhabi. I rewrite and I work more, and then
so you didn't go to that.
I didn't. I backed out. I was like, ऐसे तो नहीं कर सकता मैं. ऐसे नहीं जाऊँगा मैं stage पे. So I go back to Dubai. I start working again on my stand-up bits. I join a support group for people that stammer, because even I stammer, right? So I went there to try my bits before I went on stage. I'm like, इनके सामने try करके देखते हैं ना. And I tried, and they really liked it. And I was like, ठीक है, चल अब stage पे जाते हैं. So after that, I went on stage and I did really well. I look back at it, I'm like, इतना कोई खास नहीं था. But
after but at that point, must be a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Yeah. I got 3 big laughs in 10 minutes, and for me at that time, और 3 बड़े laughs मिल गए. 10 मिनट में. Now I look at 10 मिनट में 3 laughs. क्या खराब किया. No, but the organizers said कि hey, you did well, come back again next week, we have a spot. And so मैं वहाँ पे regular हो गया. So I did around 5-6 gigs there, and a friend of mine said, a fellow comic said, listen, you should pursue comedy in India, because वहाँ पे scope ज़्यादा है अभी, यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है. Should go there, and वहाँ पे you can start actually earning money out of stand-up. So I like, हाँ, यही चाहिए अभी, ये करना है. So I quit my job, I come back to India, and yeah, I followed, I did stand-up full time after that.
Cool. That's a yeah, coming back from Dubai and then completely changing your line is,
Yeah, I did regret it 6 months in. I was like, job तो नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए थी ना, लेकिन कर लेता. Because Dubai में I was really high on like as a success in a way, because everyone there laughed at everything. यहाँ पे आके लोग are like, तो थोड़ी ढंग की बातें बोल लो. Like, wow.
Yeah, but looking back at it, like, were there some decisions that you made ki yaar, maybe I could have approached this in a better way for my stand-up career, or were there any decisions like that?
I think probably some parts of Comics Time, maybe I look back at one round in specific and I'm like, यहाँ पे थोड़ी और मेहनत कर लेता यार. मतलब, I think I lacked something there. बाकी everything else apart from that I could not help, because जहाँ पे लोगों को लग रहा है ना funny नहीं है, that can't be helped, because वो edit में उड़ गया बहुत सारी चीज. I can't do anything about it. I made sure that everything was right, and it happened with a lot of people. So just one round I look back at, I'm like, यहाँ पे थोड़ी मेहनत कर लेता. And also I look back at the last 2 years, I'm like, I've not really worked hard on my stand-up as much as I used to. So this is what happens with stand-up, right? When you start stand-up, you have this newfound fire कि हो stand-up करना है, आज open mic है, मेरे को 5 मिनट try करना है, and the entire day you spend on working on those 5 minutes, right? And in your life, whatever is happening is a potential joke at that point, and you're constantly thinking about stand-up. But after a few years, that fire has gone, and it happens with everyone I spoke to, करुणेश से लेके अभिषेक मनु से लेके सबके साथ होता है ये कि after a few years you lose that fire, because you have started achieving something that you wanted, right? A tight half an hour where people are going crazy with laughter. After that you're like, आप तो आ ही गया मेरे को. So you take that step down कि हाँ, and then what happens is after that you realize कि मैं मेहनत नहीं कर रहा, and then you reinvent yourself, and this is where you find your actual true voice, and you become a proper comedian after this. So this happened with Sumit Anand. Sumit Anand I have not seen before he became famous. I just saw him a couple of months before he released his first stand-up video, that Made वाला.
कौन सा? It's My Birthday वाला था? कौन सा था?
Made वाला.
Oh, right.
Bank job वाला. Hilarious bit.
Yeah.
इसके पहले he was quite terrible. And then he really worked hard on himself and reinvented a lot of things he was doing and started doing this really new way of stand-up. And he just became really good. And it happened with Louis C.K. It happened. Louis C.K. had been doing stand-up since like 80s, but nobody knew him. And suddenly, 2000, early 2010s, like everyone's like Louis C.K. is mad genius. See Dave Chappelle. He took 10 years off, came back as this totally different legend.
Destroyed it. Yeah, for sure.
तो एक वो लल पीरियड आता है जो मेरे साथ अभी चालू है, मेरा लल कब खत्म होगा पता नहीं कि चलो अभी अच्छे जोक्स आ जाओ.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about your podcast. Like अभी क्या सीन है पॉडकास्ट का? अभी आ रहा है, आगे आ रहा है, मैं वेट करूं थोड़ा न्यू एपिसोड के लिए, या क्या सीन है?
Season 3 आ रहा है, but you know I really don't want to do Zoom.
Right, I get that. Completely get that.
मेरे को नहीं करना क्योंकि क्वालिटी अच्छी नहीं आएगी. I really want to do it well.
It's not the same for sure.
Yeah. So I'm looking at some options and also some guests that season 3 may probably get more say bigger names in what like I see them as big names because I really respect them. Abhi logon ka pata nahi. But I really want certain people because I really want to hear their point of view and their stories. Season 3 will not be so much of my participation. I'm done with most of my stories. And now I want to hear a lot of stories. So I will be what you will be while listening, right?
Pretty much, right.
And I really want that. I really want, you know, like, for example, Lucky Ali telling stories about his gigs and about his life. You want to hear that guy, dude?
Yeah, for sure.
You want to hear what he has to say. So, I don't know if Lucky Ali will come, but hey, Lucky Ali, if you are watching this podcast, come on my podcast.
But I completely get that. Yeah, for sure. Like Zoom pe, it's not the same at all. Like even the conversation that we're having right now, I'm very thankful that we're having this conversation. But it's not, in person record karne mein and being there in person is completely different from Zoom.
Yeah. And you know the best part, I recorded on so the last episode I recorded, and after that I was scheduled to start season 3 as well next week onwards, because my plan was to have a bank and then aram se release karte rahunga. So the last episode I shot 2 days later, a employee had COVID and the entire building was shut. Oh shit, I was not supposed to reveal that we shot it in offices.
कट जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
हाँ. So वो venue free में मिल रहा था. So I didn't want to spend money.
Right.
free में मिल रहा है तो रुक जाते थोड़ा. And after a week, it was total lockdown. So I'm like,
lockdown. Right.
Lockdown.
That's basically what happened to me also, because I was leaving for my semester back about a year ago, and this was like January 11th, January 10th. And I went to record a podcast with my dad's friend, one of my dad's friends, and he was like the first guest on my show. And we recorded the podcast or Kia and all that, and I have no idea how to make it, how to edit it, nahi pata. Photoshop nahi pata, thumbnail kya hai nahi pata, YouTube studio kya hai nahi pata. Now this is done. 3 months later, I'm finally releasing this, and it's like abhi March chal raha hai, and the next guest I have lined up, I'm recording on this Thursday in person in one of my dorm buildings, college mein, with a professor. And Wednesday night ko I tell him कि all set for tomorrow. He's like done. And 1 घंटे बाद email आता है college का, everything is shut down. We're moving everything to online, and that's it. And उसके बाद I was like, अब तो Zoom ही है, अब तो और क्या है. Zoom से ही करना पड़ेगा. So yeah, but it's very interesting. Like you said, ki you want your podcast now to be more about the guest story.
Yeah.
In a way, right? Yeah. And that's exactly what I feel is such a big learning experience for me as the person who's hosting the podcast, because like now I've had first episode an art director, second episode an ethics professor, third episode a film director, and then the fourth episode is a vegan chef. Fifth is a musician, and sixth is you. So such a wide variety of guests.
I'm so glad I was not after the vegan chef.
Why is that? No, that was more like.
I'm not glad I'm after the vegan chef, because I think that's where you could lose a lot of audiences. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's not the thing.
Sorry.
No, actually, funniest thing was we talked to the vegan chef, and this guy was like a 5-star hotel chef, and he's like working in Goa. His restaurant was seafood based, and something shifted. So
seafood based, but he's a vegan chef, no?
But now he's a vegan chef. So it was different. So it's his story of how he kind of left his job. He's more of a vegan food researcher now. So he's like creating different kind of like vegan egg banana and all that stuff, like vegan cheese production, how that works out. So it's very like I'm a full on non-vegetarian guy. Breakfast, lunch, dinner has to be kuch to non-veg hona chahiye,
of course.
So it was fun to talk to such a person who is like, on a completely different side.
And not judge them. That's very difficult to not judge them all.
Yeah.
किसको चीज बना रहे हो? अच्छा, इसको चीज बना रहे हो. अच्छा.
But it was fun, यार. His take on it was, ठीक है, you don't have to be fully vegan. एक आध दिन हो जाए, ठीक है, that's fine. That might be good for your diet more than just having non-veg for the heck of it. And it wasn't like more of a diet thing. We talked about like the environmental benefits of going vegan and not about diet, which is like, ठीक है. That was उस दिन पे जो conversation था.
Of course, you were talking about the importance of being vegan, because vegans are बोलते थे क्या? I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant again.
It's fine, यार.
Sorry, vegan.
अच्छा चलो. Last question. Yeah. What are you watching on Netflix these days?
I'm not. I'm actually rewatching Modern Family on Hotstar.
Nice.
Because I want to start watching something, but I've been really busy with a lot of work, so I've not been. I don't have time to commit to really see this stuff. But the last good thing I watched, I'll tell you, the last good thing I watched was Trial of Chicago 7 on Netflix.
I still have to watch that, yeah.
It's really good.
They set up these boards and stuff in Chicago where they have like us time ki image, and then right behind is the actual thing. So it was all in lockdown, so I didn't see it in person, but like a few of my friends were outside and they literally had photos of that, that board ki you have this building on the board and piche is the actual building. So very interesting way to promote these series. But yeah, I still have to watch that.
So I'm a huge Sacha Baron Cohen fan. So I saw What is America? I think it's called. Yeah, What is America? Oh my God, what a show that is. Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen. And right after that, I watched Spy. I'm like, kya ho raha hai? Why are you messing with my head? And so I'm like, let's watch Borat now. So I go from What is America to Spy to Borat, and then I watched Trial of Chicago 7. I'm like, ये आदमी क्या है? क्या कर रहा है यार?
अलग ही है.
This is not normal.
I think Andrew Schulz is like coming up with a special at the end of this week. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I really enjoy his crowd work. His crowd work is
Amazing crowd work.
next.
Amazing crowd work.
Okay.
I follow him quite a bit with his podcast and stuff as well. Flagrant 2 and all that. But
no, I don't
absolutely
follow.
amazing stuff.
Really, really cool stuff. I'll let's end this on a story. I want to tell you a fun incident that happened. They in I think December last year. So, are you aware, Rahul Subramanian?
Right.
He does crowd work shows, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I saw a couple of his videos and I saw a couple of his live shows, and I understood his set template of questions. So uh, I was producing a show for him in Powai, in Mumbai, and he called me. He was like, "Hey, I'm going to be a bit late. थोड़ा लोगों को संभाल ले." Tell them कि मैं आ रहा हूँ. Traffic है. I'm like, ठीक है. So I go up on stage and I tell them कि, "Hey guys, he's just coming in 5. Until then, if you want to use the washroom वगैरह." And then it suddenly clicks to me कि, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to play a prank on Rahul." So there are like 90 people in the audience. So I tell them, "Hey, you guys want to play a prank on Rahul, all of you?" And the entire audience is like, yes. क्या करना है बताओ? So I'm like, hey, so I know his template of the question. He's going to ask you what's your name. Okay? So now every time he asks your name, your answer collectively here is Ramesh. So everybody in this audience today is Ramesh. Women included. Women, even you are Ramesh. He'll ask you, what do you do? And you tell what you do. Tell him, but then also add a line for starving children.
Okay.
So if he asks, what do? You say, yeah, I do data entry for starving children. Do that. He can't make fun of your job anymore, right?
Right.
Third, there are no couples in the audience today. No couples, no married couples, no girlfriends, right. No dating couples. You are all siblings. Bhai behin hai sab. So Rahul is oblivious and the entire audience is like, yes, karte apan. So Rahul goes up on stage and then he does, तुम्हारा पवाई में ट्रैफिक है, and audience and me included, we are just waiting to चालू तो कर in this whole thing. And then he starts and he asks one guy, hey, what's your name? And then he's like, my name is Ramesh. And then he makes fun of Ramesh and kuch kiya. After that he goes to another person. He's like, hey, what's your name? And he says, my name is Ramesh. And he's like, oh, Ramesh, boop. Two Ramesh in the audience says, ऐसा कब होता है? And he's like, are there any more Rameshes in the audience? And the entire audience raised their hands. Says we are all Ramesh. And Rahul is just stunned like, huh? क्या हुआ? Even women are saying I'm Ramesh. Rahul is blown away. He's like, ये क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ? And then he looks at me. He's like, Ruben, तू गाने मस्ती क्या ना bro.
Right.
Oh, dude, it was such a fun show for me. At the audience, Rahul was struggling on stage throughout. Because he's like, अब मैं कैसे करूँ?
Right, how to salvage the show now?
Yeah. And then because he was thrown off, he didn't expect this. He was really thrown off his game. So I did apologize to Rahul after that. Okay, I'm really sorry, Rahul. He's like, yeah. I got thrown off, man. Don't do this. At least tell me, so I would have been, like, तो मजा नहीं आता ना जो. अरे मेरे को मजा नहीं आया शॉर्ट, लाइक मेरे को तो बहुत मजा आया. The audience also went home really happy because they were like, hey, देखा राहुल को हमने चकमा दिया.
Right. So good fun, man. Really amazing talking to you. Chalo, sahi hai. Thank you so much. And is there anything you want to promote? दो मेरे views तो 200, 300 if lucky.
अरे नहीं ठीक है यार, I'm in the same boat. But just in thousands. I don't deal in hundreds. Thousands में हो जाते हैं. So,
hopefully with this one.
Yeah, हो जाए. I don't know. I can't promise. I'm only struggling with views, so I can't say कि अरे मेरी वजह से तेरे को मिल जाएंगे bro. But I try. I'll push as much as I can.
Hope for the best. Is there anything you want to promote? Anyways?
I hope that you get a lot of views, so I also get a lot of views on my stand-up.
I like this. Cool. See you, Ruben. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.